Hello friends, this is FunnelMates and I am bringing you a training on how to make a FunnelMates funnel from scratch. Now I realize there is training in the FunnelMates store to tell you how to do that, but I just thought I'd put something together just for the kind of more newbies that might be kind of not feeling their way with a few of the finer points of putting it together with the graphics. And the lead magnet and just sort of tying it all together. So what we are doing is, if you just have a look at this screen here and this very sexy funnel here, which is mine, we are going to be making one of these today with FunnelMates. So basically going up to our builder, clicking create, clicking lead magnet, putting in a title. So what we want to achieve here today is making sure we have all those things that you need to make that funnel work before you get to this point. So, for example, we're going to get images, we're going to get all the links together, we're going to get everything happening, and then it's going to make it so much easier, including the color scheme, to come back in and build the funnel. Okay, so without any further ado, let's talk a little bit about the aim of this tutorial. So basically, it's to get your first funnel built and live. It's not to get stuck in analysis paralysis. We don't want to be like going crazy over what lead magnet and what product and what this and what that and what color. We just want to get in, make it simple, build that first funnel. This one needs to be a good funnel. It doesn't need to be a great funnel. You've got, even the people that just come in on the front end can build 3 funnels a month. You just need to make it off the block, off the mark, and just get one happening. You don't want to get frozen in productivity because you find, oh, I don't know how to use that Clickbank, or I don't know how to make a mock-up of the image, or I don't know where to get a lead magnet, or I don't know where to store it, or anything like that. So this is about putting something together that's good, maybe not great, but your second funnel can be great. Let's just get one happening. Let's get that out there. It's gonna be sellable. It's gonna look nice, and you're gonna have everything you need to make a good funnel that you're gonna be confident to put up for sale. So I stress you will be happy with the outcome if you take the time to watch this tutorial. So just before we begin, I just want to stress there's nothing to buy. I've included everything you need. It's all for free. There's nothing to sign up for, and everything can be done online. No software to download. You don't even need to sign up for the software we're going to use in order to make the graphics. So it's a complete freebie. I've included everything. You're going to love it. Let's have a look at what we're going to be covering in the tutorial. So basically, we are going to pick a lead magnet. Now, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, basically it's that free ebook that you give someone when they put their email and name in that opt-in box, or just their email, whatever. I think some people get stuck on this, maybe, because it's like, oh, do I really have to write something? Where do I find it? Whatever. Now, some people are versed in PLR and things like that, and others aren't. So I'm going to give you 100 lead magnets to choose from. You can choose whatever one you want. You can keep them all. You can sell them. They come with an absolutely free, open free license. They're very easily editable, but we will get to that in a minute. Okay, then after we pick our lead magnet, now sorry, I just want to have a little thing on that. I realize we're doing this kind of a little bit backwards, and people would pick their product before they pick their lead magnet, but because we're absolutely new and there's so much to choose from, if you've got these kind of 100 choices and you can find something that you like, or that you're interested in, or you know something about, then that'll help you find the niche to find the product. So I'm not saying that you should do it this way always. I'm saying I've put it this way together to try to make it easy for you to make a decision to get off the mark. Okay, so then the second thing is, after we find our lead magnet, no matter what it is, we'll have a quick look at what's available, and obviously you can download them later. We're going to find a product in Clickbank that's close to the niche, or for the exact niche of the lead magnet that you pick. Okay, then we're going to get the graphics together. Don't be scared about this part. I've got all the templates, everything, all the Photoshop files. You won't need to do too much. Obviously, I'll do a tutorial in this tutorial and explain to you how to use it, but I've made it as simple as possible. And then lastly, you're going to be saving your lead magnet to the Google Drive. I'll get to that in a minute because the next thing we're going to cover is just the 4 important things you really, really, really need to take care of before you start this tutorial. Now, if you don't do these ones now and you keep going on with it, by the way, by all means, watch the tutorial first and then go through it. But if you don't do these in this particular order or follow the tutorial in a particular order, then you're going to come and get partway through and go, oh, I don't have that thing, or I need that thing. And then it's just kind of wasting time when you could have it all organized and ready to go. So what are the 4 things? Basically, you need to have a Clickbank account created and your Clickbank ID in the FunnelMates settings page. So this is Clickbank. Wonderful. And this is the settings page. You need to go to Clickbank, sign up, get your ID, and put it in this box. If you don't do that, don't bother going on to step 2 because you're not going to get paid. Okay, the second thing is you will need a Gmail account so you can access Google Drive and use it for storing your lead magnet to download. Signing up for it is easy and free. Just Google it. No, just seriously. Go to Google. It's going to look a little bit like this. Click on one of these boxes up here and sign up for it. Okay, if you don't already have one, it's very easy to do. Next, you will need to put a folder on your desktop called Funnel Assets, or whatever you like to call it, don't care. And then you can save things to it as you go along. Better to keep everything in one place so you can keep moving and it makes things quicker and easier. And then lastly, have this document handy. I haven't shown you what the document yet is. Either save it locally to the folder you just created or about to create on Google Drive. We'll be saving information to it for future use. So basically, I have created a document. It's in Google Docs, and it is a roadmap of everything we are going to do. So this is the document. I've called it My Funnel Roadmap, and it has everything you need in kind of a linear fashion in order to get what you need to make your funnel. So for example, it's got the 4 things that we just discussed, and also here in the Clickbank section, you can paste when you do it the links that you get that you need to build the funnel later, as well as your hex color, which I'll cover, and your lead magnet download. So if you follow along with the tutorial, as I said, and you put these things in as we go, then when it comes to building the funnel, you're just going to have all the links, all the images, the download section, lead mag, I should say, all ready to go. So step 1 is to pick a lead magnet. Like I said before, this is probably, usually you wouldn't pick this first, you'd pick the product and make the lead magnet, but we're trying to narrow down options. And we're narrowing down options so you don't get picky, because if you get picky, you'll get stuck and you'll be looking for this and that and the perfect thing. You don't want the perfect thing. You want to make this first funnel. I believe, as far as I know, Cindy is not giving out awards. There is no FunnelMates Oscar as of yet. So let's just get this first one happening. Pick one of these 100 lead magnets. They're all here. Find a niche and then pick a product. So on with what you get in each one of these lead magnets. Now, to be honest, I had purchased this from someone else's rights to give it away or sell it, and I have not scrutinized every single one. But from what I'm led to believe and how I've checked, this is going to be everything you get in every one of those 100 folders. So I have picked to do this tutorial on the product or the lead magnet or the ebook called Caring for Your Dog. So if you download Caring for Your Dog, let's just go back to here. Let's see, let's find Caring for Your Dog right there, and you download it, then you will come up with a zip file which you right click and extract, which will give you this folder. And then in this folder you'll find these files. Now these files should be in every single one of these 100 lead magnets, so it shouldn't change from what you're seeing here. If it does, I do apologize for that, but as far as I'm aware, everything in here you will get in every one of these. So basically there is a cover. I wouldn't use this cover. We're going to cover covers later, mock-ups, whatever. If you're really lazy, then you go for Caring for Your Dog with this cover here. I don't think it's a winner, but you know, each to their own. You also get a flat version of said design crime cover. But as I said, completely up to you. I'm going to show you how to make a super awesome cover later. But if you really wanted to, you can just move on from this point and use that cover. Anyway, more importantly, there's a license in here that basically says, yes, you can use this. No need to get, you know, crazy or scared. The rights are there. It's yours for the taking and the using. They have a PDF book, which we will be using. Let me just open this up. And basically that is the ebook you will be giving away. There is source versions of the PDF ebook. If you're, you know, do well with Word and whatever, you can use them. There's no problem with that. But basically with this tutorial, what we're going to do later on in the tutorial is we're going to remove this page and replace it with a better graphic that you create. Then we're going to go down the bottom, because there's no other links in this book, and I don't believe there's any in the others either, apart from the very bottom. And we're going to delete this page and just block off or delete this special bonus part. And not because we're taking away from the links that are here, but they have been checked and they're not working anymore, so they're just kind of redundant. And then you have your own special ebook. So again, this is for free. There will be a link in the description of the video. You'll be able to get the roadmap. You'll be able to get these 100 lead bags. You can choose from any of them. There is a license. No need to get crazy. And you are able to create your lead magnet from one of these. I'm going to say it again, and I know I'm harping. Do not get stuck in analysis paralysis. Pick one. Have a look through. Find something you like. Find something you're interested in. Find something that just screams out, ooh, podcasting guru, you're for me. Because it is extraordinarily unlikely that you will not find something in Clickbank, which is our next step, that is going to go with a lead magnet that you can find in here. All right, go pick your lead magnet. All right, on to step number 2, which is finding our product on Clickbank. So I'm in the Clickbank screen here. We want to go up to Marketplace. And wait for my Wi-Fi to have a turn. And then go into Find Products. Now, as I said, the lead magnet or ebook I chose was Caring for Dogs. So I'm just going to write in dog. And it should pop up with quite a few selections. Okay, so I had a quick look at this before just so I didn't have to harp on and get stuck with the tutorial, and I looked at this one, and basically when you go to promote it, you need to get permission. So I said nope, didn't want to go for that one, and I went for brain training for dogs, which is this one here. So we need to open up this guy, and it will give you the sales page. So the sales page from that link is what you need to put into your FunnelMates funnel link. So take that, copy it, go back to your document, paste link here, and throw that in there. One done. Excellent. The second one you need to do is the vendor link, and I found that by going into Vendor Spotlight, And here it is, Brainy Dogs. Copy it, go to our document, paste in the vendor ID here. Oops, let's just make that neat. And lastly, I've got here a product JV page. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a joint venture page. And if I just go back into here, you'll find the affiliate page here. Now, this can be gold for you in the reason that, and I'll just open this one up and show you. Where was it in this one? Skip right to resources. So with the product, with their JV page, and this one is done really, really well, you'll get lots of things that you can use for the promotion. So for writing your emails and stuff like that. We are going to make our own banners. But what you're really looking for is these email swipes, because they're really going to be ultra focused on the product that you're trying to promote through the emails when you write them. So good to look for those things. Also, keyword IDs are very helpful. Now, I just want to put out a little bit of a warning. Some will give a free giveaway, which is going to give you the ebook, the lead magnet for you. And as much as that seems like really handy, looking at this particular one, it's full of links back to the product that don't have your information in it. So basically, you're going to give away this lead magnet and do all the hard work of getting the lead, and they're going to read this book, click on the link in there, and you're going to be bypassed, and they're going to just get paid directly. So you don't really want to do that. I'm not saying don't use the free giveaways, and I'm not saying they're all like this. I just noticed that this one was like it, and I thought I'd point it out because, as I said, you don't want to work hard on getting a lead and a potential sale and losing that. Okay, let's have a look. Have we got everything up? We need the JV page. Where was it? Ooh. Actually, you can also find it here. All right, and we'll take that, copy it, throw it into our sheet, and done. Okay, I've also left a few notes here about using the JV page and about being mindful of the giveaways. Okay, so this is an easy step. Go in, have a look, find something you like, find something, people will tell you all about gravity this and other stuff that I don't really think you should even get too focused on that right now. Find something with a good affiliate page that has those emails for you, because they're going to help you in the long run of getting that funnel together when you need to write those emails down the track. All right, I think that is it for the Clickbank section. So happy product hunting. This shouldn't take you too long. I will see you in the next section. On to step 3, getting your graphics together. Now this is the fun step, and I have made it as fun and easy as possible because I have given you or made for you all these templates, and basically you just need to change a few things, save them down, and you'll be ready to go. There's lots of banners and bits and pieces. Okay, before we start, just a little bit about design. Now, I am no graphic designer or amazing designer, but there's a few things that work and a few things that don't.
Let's start my own carpentry business. I'm already arranging the clip art for the letterhead in my mind. Perfect.
Computer says no.
Little red light, Comic Sans, clip art, and photos are not your friends. Don't use them. Don't use them. They just scream not value. Okay. In our Amber section, you can use, I've provided some textures that you can throw some text on, and a couple of image backgrounds that you can, where this says best CEO tricks bar, now and change whatever that says into your own book. And then if you really have a bit of a skill for it, find a vector, match the colors. If I've just saying find a vector and match the colors, it seems like another language, don't go there. Just stick with easy, which is this. And basically we are going to pick a hex color, a little bit more on that in a minute. We're going to change the text to match the lead magnet that we picked from the 100, and we're going to leave it at that. Now, before you say, oh, Phoenix, that's boring, that's an ugly looking book, I'll have you know that one of the biggest publishers in the world with some of the greatest stories of all time have actually used something like this. Don't believe me? There you go. This is a very sort of similar concept where it's just, you know, a color and a lighter color and a very basic text, or a basic font, I should say. And it looks clean, it looks neat, and it's easy to do. And that's what we want now, because we want to get this funnel built. So if you keeping the book like this, then you'll be done in no time. Now, you don't need to use these colors, and you can even probably change the font if you like. You can move the boxes up and down. I'll show you how to do all of that. What we do want to do though is grab a hex color, choose a hex color. I know I just use clip art for this slide, but what can you do? But yes, now hex colors are nothing to do with witches. They are to do with, actually, I'm not even going to bother explaining because
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And if you really want to know, pause the video right now and read this. Okay, moving on. All right, why we want to choose a hex color? Because one, it's going to help you design this book that you're doing, and two, when you go to actually make your funnel, you can get the bars and the backgrounds and use it and make it all look very, very matched, branded, if you will. And it's just super easy to do. You'll be able to design your funnel in no time. Okay, let's get on with actually getting all our graphics, getting it all together, and using a program online called PhotoP. So this is PhotoP. PhotoP is like Photoshop online for free that you don't even need to have an account for. Winning. Okay, what we need to do, actually, you find PhotoP at www.photop.com. Okay, now we need some files, obviously, to open in PhotoP and make our own. So if we go back to the folder where you found the lead magnet and the funnel roadmap, you'll find the graphic assets templates. In here, you'll find banners, the ebook mock-up and cover, the FunnelMates marketplace ad image, and the social media post image that you can use for your funnel assets. How we're going to do this is we're going to start off with the mock-up and cover. We're going to design it for you, and then we're going to save it and use that in the rest of the stuff, and also for the ebook cover, but we will cover that. Okay, so once you've downloaded everything, let's start back here. I am going to open this up on my computer at open, and then we want to find from the graphic assets templates your ebook mock-up and cover, and it'll be the file that says ebook mock-up and cover Photoshop smart object file. You go open. Now this is a Photoshop smart object. Now it's smart, so you don't have to be. Basically the way it works is ignore all this except for this top box. You click on that box, it opens a new window. We tinker with what we want to tinker with. We go up, we save as a smart object, and then we go back, and then the book will be changed. A couple of little things on this screen that you can fiddle with if you like. Number one, you can, where it says shadow, turn the shadow off. And you can also double click on this box and it'll open a color picker and you can choose a background color. But let's not do that right now. Okay, so going back into our flat cover. This is where we're going to pick our hex color that we mentioned before. If you're going to keep to this style, which I do recommend, it is just a matter of double clicking on this box and you'll have the color picker come up and it will show you what color the book is going to be. If you have no idea what color to pick, my suggestion would be to think about the title that you've picked from your lead magnet and just think, oh, what does that color, what color comes to mind when I think of this product? So for me, with the dog book, it was purple. Maybe if I was doing something on sales, SEO, I would pick red. But you can choose whatever color you like. If you go down to more of the darker colors, it's not so bad, but you just want to keep it maybe above this section, just to make your life easier and just so there's a lot of contrast, but it's completely up to you. I'm sure if it looks really bad, you will notice. Okay, so I know this book is on dogs and I've done it all on dogs, but let's just change it to cats because, you know, for the tutorial. So cats make me think orange. So let's go and try orange. Now, when you decide on your color, this is your hex code down here. Very important. Copy it, go to your document and paste your hex number here. Oops. We are going to use these 6 digits later. They are very important. They will just make your life so much easier when it comes to putting the funnel together in FunnelMates, because you can take that color and what you can do is put that in, and then there's a similar color picker box in the FunnelMates builder. You can lighten that down and use that as a background image, and it'll be a very similar color to where you started, so it'll all look matched. And then you can also use the original color that you've tried. Just need to copy and paste it in and use that for maybe a border, whatever. Okay, so we've changed the color of that. Easy step. I just waffle on a bit. Okay, so then we're looking at the text, which is in this box called text. So we're going to change the text from dog to cat. So click on the bit of text that you want to change. Click on this little icon that says T for type tool and just kind of hover over and highlight what you want to change. If you don't think the positioning looks quite right or the size, you can take this arrow tool at the top, maybe make it a little bit bigger or smaller depending on what you're doing. And then just be wary that this part here between the edge and this blue line is what the spine is going to be. Between this blue line and here is what the book cover is going to be, and that is the middle. So you don't want to place it kind of there in the middle, you want to place it here in the middle between those 2 lines. Okay, I won't bother changing any of the other text because you get the drift. All right, and we press go. Then cover done, easy. Go back to our file, press save as smart object. Go back to ebook mockup and cover, our original file, and there you go, book complete and done. Now we want to save a copy of this, so we want to go to file, save as PSD in your My First Funnel project folder or whatever you called it. I would make a folder called Final Graphics, and you just want to save it into there. You can call it something different if you like, so you can recognize it later. So we're just saving the Photoshop version of this file. Now we want to go back up to File, Export as, PNG, and save this exactly as it is. Now what this is going to do is save this as an image, and it'll have the transparency, so you'll be able to put this on another background color and it's not going to have a white box. It's going to, you know, show through. What I'd also do, just while you're here and because it's easy, I'd also export like a smaller version of it. So just going up into width and maybe put, I don't know, 600. It will change the aspect ratio for you. At this stage, this is only 66 KB. I think that's pretty reasonable, so I'd save that. If it was really, really big, and in a minute we're just going to go on to have a look at if you use a texture, the file will be bigger because it's got an image in it. Just adjust this down to maybe 50% on the quality, because on an image that small, you're probably not going to see a difference anyway, and it's going to bring the size down, which will make it load quicker. But in this case, it's that small, let's just leave it at that. So now we have a big copy of the book and a small copy of the book. And we'll just put in smaller. Okay, moving on to the next one. Now we're just going to make the cover for the ebook. It's so simple to do. We're just going to take this, chop off this spine, then save it in the size that the ebooks are saved in. So how we do that is we go to this cropping tool, take it up the top here and just place it over the book minus the spine. Press OK. Then we're just going to export this as a PDF so it can go with the rest of the PDF lead magnet pages. And we go export as a PDF. Now this one we want to unlock the aspect ratio, so we keep the cover the same shape as the rest of the pages in the book, and we also want to make it millimeters, not pixels. The width of the book is going to be 216 and the height of the book excuse me, is going to be 279. Now we just press save after that and go into our final graphics, and I've already got a file there called cover, so I'll just type in new cover, but you probably won't need to do that, and go save. Okay, now we are going to come back and have a look at this just for if you wanted to change something up. So to undo and re-put the spine back on the book, just go File, Edit and Undo, and it'll throw it back on. Also remember, we have saved this down in the last step, so if something goes awry or you don't forget to do it, don't worry, just take that file and open it back up again and you'll be good to go with the full cover. Okay, next up. Now we have our basic artwork already done for the cover and the mock-up. We're going to put that cover that we just did in PDF version onto our lead magnet that we downloaded in the first place to make our PDF book. Okay, so you want to go to PDF Escape for Windows, just copy and paste that link into your browser and it will land you here. And then you want to go to this free online box and click that and upload a PDF to PDF Escape. And we're going to go and find that cover that we just made. So let's just go back out, Final Graphics, and we're looking for the PDF that we called cover. It's going to be processed and it's going to throw it into this screen. You can just adjust this back down to 50% view if you like. Then what we want to do is put the rest of the book in. So we go to Page, Append, choose File, go back, find our lead magnet download, and we're looking for the PDF version. It's right there. Go to Open, and it's going to throw the book underneath the cover. What we want to do now is get rid of this page 2, which was this original cover. Easy enough, just go Delete, go Yes. Okay, looking pretty good. The last thing we want to do is just scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and we want to adjust page 43 and delete page 44. So we'll delete 44 first, easy enough. And then with the adjustment on 43, we want to put a box over the top of this here because we just don't want it shown. It's not relevant, and it just makes it easier and looks better. So we want to go to annotate rectangle, click on rectangle, and then click onto the document. Put that over, create that around, and then here in the border and the fill, we want to make the border white and the fill white, and then job is done. That is your lead magnet with your cover looking all nice and sexy and professional, ready to go. So you just want to press save and then download, which is this green button here, and just maybe create a lead magnet completed folder and just put the title of your lead magnet. I'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, so then if we go into down here and show in folder, you'll have a PDF ready to go to throw in to your Google Drive box as your download link, but we will get to that later. Right now though, we are going to return to Photoshop, and I'm just going to show you a couple of more things here. You can change this up if you really don't like having just a plain color, and then we'll move on to making the banners. Okay, so back in your Photop flat file of your mockup, what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you a few things if you really don't want to have that flat color to change it up. What I have for you, if you go to open and place, in the ebook mockup cover, there's some background images and some background textures. We'll just start with the textures first. They look like this. If there's one that you fancy, just pick it. I'll just grab this guy, and it's going to throw that image as now the cover artwork. You can make adjustments to the color of the text and also to these boxes that I have named here text fill boxes. So you can change the opacity. It's currently at 80. That is at 100. It's not so bad at 80. And then you can also change the color. So how we do that is we need that selected to make sure it's it. Then click on this box, which actually creates the shape. But in Photop, you need to click on this to change the color of a shape. So we just want to click on it, and then this fill box is going to come up, and then we click in there, and the color picker comes up. And then as you can see, it's going to change the color of the box. If you wanted to say, take that purple, you can click on that purple and it will make it that color and press OK. And then depending on the opacity, you can, even just make it 100%. That book looks absolutely terrible, but for the purpose of the demonstration, that is how it's done. And again, save smart object. And there is our book. If you're not just going to go in and just get it done quick and fiddle with it, what I suggest you also can do is as you go along, keep saving that PSD file and maybe just call it backup 1, backup 2, because for some reason your computer overloads and closes down, or you close the window, you will lose your work because this isn't saved in Photop. You're just basically using it online, just as a little warning. Okay, the other thing we can do if we want to change this up, I'll just show you one more last quick thing, is the image page. So background images, we'll go file, we'll go open and place. We're going back one folder into background images, and as you can see, there are 4 of them here. Let me see if I can make them a bit bigger. And you can basically throw this in and type in some text. I'll go open. I'll click one and go open. and it throws it in there for you. If it happens to end up here, you can just drag it back down underneath. Also, if you've got something in its way, you can turn off colors. Turn off text. So we don't want this caring for your cat anymore. And we don't want our text fill boxes. What we want to do is put some text in here. This is one I've prepared earlier. So I've already made the text boxes in here. And also what I did was when I highlighted over the text, and then I pressed the color picker when I made this before the tutorial. I went in there and I just picked a color by selecting on it, and then it changed it. Okay, easily enough as well, you can go into text and just type whatever you want. Best cat tricks bar none. It could be best anything if you want to use this cover, and with the other ones as well, you know, you could have networking for business, or Tinder meetups and back alleys for this one, or sales on fire for this one, whatever you like, really. You know, just use your imagination if you want something a bit different. Again, I know I say it, I think I would just keep with just the straight plain colored cover, but again, completely up to you. All right. We are going to move on to the banners next, so I will be back in 1 second. All right, it's banner time. Couldn't help it, sorry. Okay, so we're going to open, and we're going to our graphic assets templates, and let's just have a look at these banners that we have. So there's all different sizes. I would suggest it's that easy to make, just make them all. Up to you though. I'm going to show you how to quickly change them. We also have the FunnelMates FunnelMate add image, which is going to be this guy when you make your funnel. And then also the social media post image, which when you make your funnel, you can put it in as an option and the person's link gets attached to it, and then they can just post it direct to social media. Fantastic. All right, quickest, best, easiest way to get all these things done, I would suggest, is that you open all of them. So go to open, you're looking for, you might need to put your list on, the PSD file, it'll say Photoshop file, open. Then we go to our next one, open, back one folder into social media post, Photoshop file, open, and in banners we're going to grab all the ones that say Photoshop file. Alright, so if you look up here, everything is open, ready to go. Maybe just start at the top one, which is the FunnelMates ad. And all we want to do is swap out the book and change the colors. In the ones that have text, obviously you want to put the text in that matches your giveaway lead magnet, I should say. Okay, alright. Don't worry that that's blurry. This image is deliberately made 300 pixels by 300 pixels, so when it sits in here, it loads quick and it looks good. Alright, but to change the colors, we have on this side here the book and the top box cover color and the bottom box color. So let's just go with the box colors to start with. We click on one and then we hold down our control key and click on the other one. And then we go and find our hex color that we used, and then we paste that in. If for some reason you don't have your hex color handy, you can do it another way. So we click off that, and what we'll do is we'll swap out the book first and grab the color from there. So we go under File, Open and Place. Make sure it's Open and Place, because if you just go Open, it'll open its own in its own screen. And then in our ebook mockup and cover, we want to find the sample that we made. No, I'm lying. We want to go back to our final graphics, and we want to look for our smaller PNG or the other PNG that you made, and then that's going to come on in. It'll already be ready to be reduced in size. You want to hold down the shift key here so it stays in its aspect ratio, proportion, whatever you want to call it. Place it where it looks neat, and then either delete the other one or switch it off and switch it off. Okay, so with the boxes, an easy way to do it is to select top, holding down our control key. And by the way, I'm on a PC. If you're on a Mac, you just, I don't know, I'm so sorry, but I'm sure it's not hard to find out. And then we want to go into that box which selects it, so we're going to change the color straight up here into the color picker and just click on there. Job done. Okay, so that's one done. You want to then obviously save that PSD file and then save that as a PNG file. So you have everything ready to upload when you do your funnel. Next, we're going to move on to the social media image, and we're going to change the text as well. What I do suggest is that you get a notepad, and then that way you can take your text and copy it, and then go on to our little text selector, highlight it, Control V, and paste it back on. You can change the text color as well. We'll do that in a second, but first we will change the book. So let's just click on that. All right, selecting that, selecting the book, getting rid of the old one, file, open and place, putting in the new book, not the PSD file. There it is, and Control and making it so it fits in nicely. Okay, then we'll change the box colors, click them both, Control to highlight them both. On our shape changing color tool, into fill, into color picker, click on that. Then we'll take our text. Obviously you're going to change this to match your lead magnet. Highlight over the top, into the color picker, select that again. Now just have a look at this with the text. If it doesn't look quite good, too dark, too light, whatever, if you're not happy, you can change this so it still looks and matches what you're trying to go for. How you can do that is back on the text tool, let's highlight this again, and in the color picker, if you go straight left or right, depending on where you are, it's going to make it lighter, and if you go straight down, it's going to make it darker. So let's just say we want to make this darker. If you just grab it and just roughly come down a bit, as you can see, the color's going a bit darker, and if you need it darker to make it pop out a bit more, that is probably the easiest way to do it. We're still keeping within the color scheme, because you don't want to, let me just delete that text there I created. You don't want to come in here and, I don't like the color, and then we just go crazy over here, and then it looks, I don't know, not as good, not as matching. Okay, so again, just quickly cover, we want to change all the colors of all the things to your style, to your hex color, to your text, and then save them all. Don't forget to save them. You want to save the PSD and you want to save the PNG. You might want to use them later. You might want to change something up. It's always good to have them on hand. You never know when you're going to need them. Okay, I think that's it for banners. Moving on to our last section, which is, I think, uploading our download to Google. All right, we're nearly finished. Okay, back in a sec. On to our final step, step 4, which is saving your lead magnet to Google Drive. All right, so have your Google Drive open. I'm sure most people know how to use it, but just in case you don't, you want to go new folder, and type in something that, is going to be a folder that holds your lead magnet. So in this instance, caring for your dog lead magnet, press create. That is going to create a folder for you. You want to go into that folder, and then you want to find your lead magnet and lead magnet completed. I should probably rename this and not call it lead magnet. All right, and drag it in. And there it is, ready to go. So people can view it online by double clicking. How you share it though is you want to right click, go to get link or share, either way. Then here where it says restricted, you want to click on that and select anyone with link. This will allow anyone with the link to access it. You want to copy that link, and then you want to go into your sheet that we've been pasting things, and where it says my lead magnet download link, you just paste that guy in there. Okay, so that will now be ready for you to go when you make your funnel in FunnelMates, and it's going to be easy to share with your leads or prospects. Congratulations, you're now ready and prepared to go into FunnelMates and build your funnel. So if you look in the My Funnel Roadmap document that you've been adding and pasting things into, here there is a link that will take you to the FunnelMates instructions on how to build the funnel itself. I won't cover it here because the instructions here are plenty enough good. I used them and made a funnel, so no problems there. Also, if we just have a quick look in here, I just want to cover off again what we've done and why we've done it. So when you actually go to make your funnel, things that we've done, we've covered this. We've got this image that's in here. When you go to edit your pages, you will already have your lead magnet made. You will have your hex color that you can use to do borders and backgrounds and keep everything looking really nice. You'll have your website links. So we've made our download link. We just did that in Google, and you'll paste it in there, and your affiliate links that are in your document that we did in the beginning of the tutorial. And here also in your promotional tools, let me just open that back up again. You will be able to use this for your banners because you've just made them all. And also for these social medias. With the emails, when you go to write them in the follow-up email series, remember that you've taken the JV page from your product, and they may have some emails in there that you can use. So do double check that, because I don't know, writing emails for me, I personally don't like it. Other people thrive on it. I don't. So I'm really happy for the help when someone else can do a bit of help with the emails. I think that's about it for this tutorial. I'd really like to thank you for spending this long with me. I know it's been a bit long. I hope you got a lot out of it. There's links in the description for everything you need, for the free lead magnets, for the My Funnel Roadmap document, for the graphics, everything. Have a look in there. Hit me up in the Wildfire Facebook group if you have a question. Other than that, I think we are done. If you have enjoyed this tutorial and like to shout me a coffee or a beer, I'll leave a link in the description to my Buy Me a Coffee page, but that's absolutely optional. You do not have to do that whatsoever. Hope you have a great day. Build a lot of funnels, make some good money, and best of luck on your journey. Thanks so much. This is Phoenix Servo, and I've enjoyed being here. I hope you have too. Have a good day.